Hey guys, J-Man here. All right, weekly X-Men talk. I couldn't do this yesterday because I was super busy. And then I was on Clobberin Times live stream last night. Check it out. We were talking about Dredd, the Carl Urban film. And then we were also talking a little bit about Stallone's Judge Dredd film from the 90s. Just talking, what we liked and what we disliked about it. So check that out. Okay, so there is 4 things to talk about. There's X Corp number 4, Way of X number 5, last issue. What the heck? Marauders 23, and The Trial of Magneto, which should have been retitled The Accusation of Magneto, because there was no trial. We'll talk about X Corp number 4. We're done talking about it. I don't care. Okay. Let's get on. No, I'm dead serious. I don't care. I skimmed it. I'm like, not interested. Marauders. I'm not interested in Marauders that much either. I do like Tempo, but asterisk. Banshee. Oh man, I love Banshee. You can't see him, but behind here I've got those Dark Horse, those like carved out. I'm not sure if they're made of wood or wood and some other materials, but it's like a little carved out statue. And I've got a few of those. I got like Namor. I have Banshee. I have Cyclops. But yeah, man, I love Banshee. I think there's a comic book show coming up on the 29th. I think I'm going to go for the first appearance of Banshee. I don't know what the budget is going to be for that one, but I'm gonna maybe go for it. I'm thinking of going for it because Banshee is awesome. I just love he's a great character. Okay, so Marauders, this one wasn't too bad, even though I'm not a Marauders guy, but Banshee's in it. So like all these pages with Banshee are automatically awesome. He's fighting these guys, he calls for backup. And then Emma shows up. So these guys are attacking a warehouse that has the medicine in it. Now some people were waiting for their doses and they weren't getting them, so they're like, what the hell's going on? So it's like all of these different factions are meeting up. Now, it is slightly irritating that Banshee can't beat all these guys up. This is this whole thing now, and I really don't want to get into this, like, per se, but I just can't get it out of my mind when I'm reading some of these things where I'm like, oh, Banshee needs help from the 4 ladies who are going to come and help him because, he's a loser, right? And that kind of, I don't know if that was the intent. And it could be my personal prejudices that have, not my prejudices, but the way that, people argue about pop culture now. They seem to throw this gender thing in a lot. So I'm not saying that this is that, but, because I've seen it around so much now that it's starting to just play on my mind. So, Anywho, they come in and, whatever, save the day, right? I, in my opinion, Banshee could have just taken all these people out by himself. I don't know why he's depowered or what. But anyway, Tempo, really cool character. I didn't know much about Tempo. I did not vote for her in the voting process. I actually voted for Banshee. My second choice would have been Polaris because I got a Polaris tattoo and I'm kind of a nerd for Polaris. So having her in there is cool, but I do agree that she is a very standard choice for an X-Men team. They could have easily picked someone else. Plus at that time she was on X Factor, which was a garbage comics and it got canceled. Anyways, but Tempo would have been very interesting to have on the team, and her power set is really cool. So overall, I still liked this book, even though I'm not a fan of the Marauders book in general. And I did feel a little bit of that, the girls are coming to save the day because Banshee can't cut it. This stuff here at the end with the father and everything, to be honest with you, I've kind of just ignored this entire subplot because I just don't care, like, at all. So I guess the father was bad and she kills him. I mean, are they supposed to not kill? I don't know. It seems like these mutant rules can be changed or flipped around depending on who's writing the book. And that's kind of irritating. And I don't read these anymore, especially in books I don't care about. It's just stupid. Okay, so Marauders. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Banshee's in there, which is cool. Let's talk about Way of X. I like this one. I'm surprised that it's already over. I don't know if this was supposed to be a mini series. Someone in the comments can let me know. We got Onslaught on the cover. I like the art here. I like the panels, arrangements. I like this kind of stuff. Like, this is sick. So right now, Legion is on Mars, I believe, Araco, and he's communicating with Kurt. In the meantime, Professor X is trying to get through to his son, but he's got like sort of a mental barrier because he's doing this thing with Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler's fighting Fabian Cortez, who's a total jerk, and Lost is here too, who I really think is kind of an interesting character. So let's see what they do with Lost. Okay, so they're fighting and blah blah blah, and it's really cool. So it's like Lost and Fabian don't like each other for reasons, whatever. And Nightcrawler's like, look, okay, I've had enough of this battle. He literally teleports them like so high up that they're gonna fall and die. And then he's like, oh, you're going to get resurrected? Well, I'm going to friggin' make sure that you don't get resurrected. How do you like that shit? Well, he doesn't say that. He basically says, like, I'm going to make it so that you're the last one in the queue and there's, like, tons of mutants ready to be reborn again, right? Okay. So they're trying to work out their differences. Oh, this is a great page. Nice coloring. I really like that a lot. That is really phenomenal. Like, he's like, yeah. Like, Nightcrawler's like, okay, that's it. This is what... And he's talking about the rules of Krakoa. And he's like, respect the land, and, the land is sacred. He goes, it's not literally the dirt, it's us. We are the land. We're the sacred ones. I like that a lot. Really cool. Now something happens here, and I'm thinking I'm gonna not spoil it, only because it's freaking pretty epic. One of the most epic uses of powers ever, I think. If you can think of a more epic use of, I mean, look, they terraformed Mars. That's crazy. I'm talking about one man using his powers, or one mutant using his powers to do something. Now, obviously, his powers get amped, which I think is a cool thing anyways. But yeah, super epic shit in the end here, guys. Like, it's crazy. So I kind of was like, yeah, I got excited for that one. So that's it. We're not going to get the rest of it. I liked this whole series of Way of X. I thought it was pretty neat. I think out of all the characters, if you're going to give him a solo series like this, I think Nightcrawler was a great choice. I always thought he was a really cool character, both visually and just conceptually, and just like his attitude and everything, really awesome. So I'm very happy with Way of X, and it's gone. It's like, what the hell? Like, I don't know why it's gone. They're going to have this Onslaught thing coming up after that, which I'm definitely going to read for sure, but Way of X will be missed. All right, let's talk about the trial of Magneto. Okay, so there will be no spoilers, but mostly because there's not a heck of a lot to spoil, really, and that's disappointing. So this is one of the cases where I liked this book, and I probably would have liked it more if they called it something else. I'm going to tell you this right now. There is no trial. It is not the trial of Magneto. It is the accusation of Magneto. They basically, Scarlet Witch is dead. She died at the gala. That's what we know. There's a few other clues which they go through in this comic, and I'm not going to reveal them all, really. You can read it yourself. Everyone's going to be reading this one. This is the one that we've kind of been waiting for ever since this gala thing was announced, ever since the rumblings of, oh, is Wanda dead? What's going on? We've been waiting for this, and this doesn't deliver on what I wanted. Now, it's not bad. I don't know if there's going to be a Trial of Magneto Part 2. If there's going to be an issue 2, then we're okay. And I don't know, is there going to be an issue 2? I'll check at the end here, see what the checklist says. But if there is going to be a continuing series of this just to kind of get to the trial, then I'll say that it's good. That's why I'm reserving my final judgment. But I like this. Reading it, going through the clues, figuring out the patterns, and trying to figure out who the murderer is. This is what I thought X Factor was going to be about. That's what I actually thought. X Factor in this comic does better investigating than they did in their own comic. And it's like, what the hell? They're detectives, right? They're trying to figure shit out. Well, figure it out. All they did in that other book was, talk to each other about rubbish crap. It's like, I don't care. It's like, get to the investigations. That's what you do. So they do it in here. So Wanda's dead. There's going to be an autopsy and all that stuff. Really cool. This is like actually investigating. So X Factor here actually using their gifts in the proper way. They start to suspect early on that it's Magneto has something to do with this. They're going to go with Magneto. Now, it is notable to point out that Magneto usually wears his white costume, which is the statue I have over here. But there's that alternate, like it's the reverse color, so the black with the white trimming. So he's wearing the black one now, and I don't know if that's going to play a part, right? Because they might. I won't spoil anything. Check out this picture of Raven. I can't stand Mystique, but you know she does look pretty good there. Emma's great too. She's just like sitting there like, yeah, whatever. Anyway, so I'm not going to spoil all this because there's some mystery elements to it. I like the art. The colors are really nice. I really like this page here of Magneto, like, you know, full page here, really nice. Yeah. So I'm not going to spoil the rest of this stuff. They do address Vision. Vision is in this, which is very interesting. There's my little Wanda, my Scarlet Witch and Vision stuff. Yeah, so I'm not going to spoil the rest of this at all. But there is no trial, just so you know. There's not going to be a trial. Quicksilver's in there as well. There's my buddy Quicksilver right there. And Quicksilver on my arm as well. So they're not gonna talk about all that, and there's a little bit of a spoilery thing at the end. So yeah, if you're thinking you're gonna get the trial, you're not. Now, if it is gonna continue on, then that's fine. So again, reading this really good. I like the X Factor. This is the best X Factor issue. The Trial of Magneto is the best X Factor issue because they do stuff in it. So yeah, highly recommend checking that one out. Marauders. Pretty cool, you know. Banshee's in it. I'm a sucker for Banshee, so even if he's not kicking ass, you know, and he needs help from the ladies, I still like seeing Banshee. So let me know if you think if I'm wrong. If you think that I'm wrong, because if you think I'm right, then fine. But if you think I'm wrong, and that wasn't what they were going for in Marauders, then let me know, because I don't know. Sometimes, you know, my judgment gets clouded by my environment, right? Which everyone's judgment does get clouded by their environment as well, right? So sometimes I don't want to be quick to judge something, and then turns out that I'm wrong, right? And if I'm wrong, then I'll admit that I'm wrong. But regardless, it was still cool. X Corp, cancel that book, please. Stop taking my money. I don't want. I'm still buying it officially. I don't pirate comics. I don't believe in it. I don't like pirating stuff. But like, dude, like I'm paying money for this X Corp and it sucks. But I got to keep up with X-Men because that's the kind of nerd that I am. So anyways, all right, guys, that's it for now. Until next time.